Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stamping Up at frenchiestamps.com. Well, let's take two on the label catalog. I hit my volume and it turned off. So what we're going to need for the labels, it's right below. You get the direct link to go to my blog post. There you're going to have the download for free. You're going to download the labels and print them on, well, this is every regular address label. So I got all the detail there. You're going to need 2 sheets of them. And you will understand why 2 sheets in a minute. So that's one thing you're going to need, your catalog. Mine, it's spiral. I get a machine for spiral, so I spiral mine. So yours, when you get it, I'm pretty sure it's like this. It's the same thing. It's worked the same to put the labels, okay? So let's get started with the label. So after you print it, you have to make sure you print it as is, because your computer or your device may be going to say, the marge is small, do you want to adjust it? You have to just click print as is. If not, it will not fit in the labels properly. So go print that. Then one of the magic tool, I say it's your silicone mat. Now I put it on my grid paper and we need to have 2 lines and ½ inch in between. So I take my ruler and then I put it on my line here and I put a good line, and then I'm going to go here. So it would be 2 blocks, and then my other line, and do that. So then I know I got F sheet in between. Now to get started, I like to have a 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to do a mark at the 1/4 inch, and I don't even put my ruler there. I just make a mark. The rest we're going to do it as we go. And so now, like I said, I hit my button and I went completely blank on my mic. Let me adjust this here 1 second. So I don't want the same thing to happen. So here we go. Now I'm still on. Perfect. So the first thing you want to do is we're going to start at the table of contents. So it's going to tell you on page 3. So we're going to put our little device here. Okay, so we already got 1 done. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this one assortment. I'm gonna go at the next page, so then you're gonna know 125. So let me fix this here, and we can do that just right. So then you're gonna know how to start and so on. So I'm just gonna add this one here, so then I know. Okay, so it's the same thing. You're going to start at the beginning, but like I said, the volume went out. So I'm going to start one. Oh, I have to pay attention here. Here we go. Okay, we start at the top. So let's say the first one, it's on page 126, but really you're going to start here. Whoops. So you see page 3. So that would be your first one. That's the table of content. And if some you don't want, you think you won't use it, don't put it, but put it in order. So let's say you skip paper pumpkin, so then all occasion would go up there. So you go in order, so they're going to flip softly and nice. So after the table of content, I went to my paper pumpkin. That's where you get your monthly subscription or prepaid right here. Now, all occasions, so we get 4 different categories in the stamps. And so when it's all occasion, it start over here. Really, see? I got it wrong. It start on page 15. I flipped the wrong page. So it's go right here. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to use my heat tool, try to undo that, or just cut my ribbon and add not ribbon, but tab, because really it starts on page 15. So make sure when you flip your page to make sure you add the right page, because they're very tiny, like a thin page. So now all occasion. So it's a 1461. Now the next one, it's love, thanks, and support. Start on page 62. So 62, it's there, but I always put my tab on the right. So right here, so when I flip my page, see, let's see, I go love and support, I go this way and flip back. So then it's right at the page that it starts. Now that's go to page 77. Then the next one, it start on page 78. That is hobby and recreation right here. Now we're going to flip. The next one, it's artistic expression. Start on page 94 to 119. Then we get the color collection. That is one page that I use a lot personally. That it's where you get all your color, like the cardstock, the ink, the re-anchor, the blends in all the 40 color, well, 50 color Stampin' Up get. Because we get the in color, it's 10, and then between the four categories, I call it family color, you get 10 in each, plus we get the natural there. Okay, so that it's a page that I go often. Then it's the specialty paper. Oh, I'm sorry, not the specialty paper, the bundle. So it's called assortment and bundle, paper, ink, marker, and pencil. That you get, let's say you don't have to enter, let's say you want the whole collection of Regal, you don't have to enter one by one for the ink pad. If you enter the number right here for the full collection, you're going to get the 10 ink pad at plus the 10% on the big bundle, the same with the re-anchor. The in color, you get it for the ink pad, but you don't have it for the re-anchor. You have to enter one by one. You can purchase the marker by collection, or you can get the full set of the four family of marker. That would be at 10%. You get the green, that means save the money. Well, here you get it in purple. Okay. So when you see bundle saving, you get 10%. Also, right here, you get the assortment of the color cardstock. If you are new with Stampin' Up, I strongly recommend to start with the cardstock, the mixed pack. And the reason, a lot of time we think, oh, I would like real red, but when you get it all, you like cherry cobbler instead. So this way, or it can be vice versa. This way you get the full family, you get 2 sheets of each color. So then you can see the true color in the cardstock and see which one that you want to buy the full pack. So this way it's a great way to get started and get all the color and see which one that you want to buy more extra. Now then the next one, okay, that's where we were. This one here, we're going to go and it's wrap up the cardstock, wrap up and basic cardstock. That is one that it's get lost. Okay, so this is on this page here. Well, for me, I like to be on the right, like I said. So now I'm done at the bottom. I have to start back at the top. So then I'm going to come here. So that's the way you would start, okay? The first one on page 3. So you want to go in order so your tab go all in order, that it's not one here and one there and one there. So when you flip, it flip very nicely. So this one, wrap up the cardstock, it's on page 126, but I didn't want to, I could have 2 on one page. We're going to have 2 on one page. It's just that I don't want it there. Like I said, for me, it have to be on the right. That's the way my brain work and so on. Maybe you want it on 126, whatever work. But because it's on 126, if I flip this and I look right down here, I don't have the cards, the basic cardstock here or the wrap up. So I'm putting an arrow there, meaning that's the page on the other side. Okay. Now I'm going to flip this here and put that right here. Like so. Now over here, you get like the little box to wrap up, you get bags, silo bag, you get in color and so on. But at the top here, it's kind of easy to miss. That's your basic. So that's your basic white cardstock, the regular and the thick, and the vanilla and the 12 by 12. So you get that at the top. At the bottom, you get your window sheet, your watercolor paper, and your vellum. So this page here, really for me, I would put a star on it because it's one I know I'm going to use often and it kind of get lost. Now on this page, like I said, some of them we're going to have 2, and this is a perfect example. That's the designer series paper and the specialty paper. So this one, it's two on the same page. So it's going to go right here. See, I follow my line and I follow here. Now I'm going to flip this here. And now you put the second label in the back. Very important, so it's not sticky in the back. Okay. Now, so this start, it's a page 127 to 133. That's the specialty paper and the designer series paper. I could have two different tab for that, but I figured this is one page and it keep on going. Now we're going to go and it's set to 133. I want to bring your attention because that it's a little bit misleading to me. So we get all the specialty paper here, not all of them, okay? Most of them are going to say, but if you go to the last page, see, we get two at the bottom. It's specialty designer series paper. So the different that they call it like it's a designer because it's a design on it. And this one, it's the specialty paper. It's no design, but a specialty paper. That is the difference. But make sure, see at the bottom, you get that also. Now we're all on tab number 2. So 1 and 2 all at the top. And now, oh, I should have said though, after you're done your first, because you know, this is round 2, it's kind of tricky for me. After you've done your first tab, you're going to put a line here. See, after you've done your tab. After you've done your tab number 3, you're going to put a line too. Tab number 2. So then that's how you get those 2 extra mark on your page. This is a 1/4 inch. We mark it from a 1/4 inch. Then after your first tab, your second tab. Now, really, we don't need that one. I just mark it for me. It make it more sense. Now we're going to go on page 135. So now it's tab number 3. 3 and 4, you're going to bring your silicone mat all the way to the bottom, equal flush to the page there. And you're going to start at the same place after the 1/4 mark inch. That's your start there, okay? So memory and more, and envelope. So now we're going to go right here. That's your tab number 3. So see, I follow my line here. And this line, that's my page. So when it's the page, when it's the label. Now we're going to come right here. Put that there. Now, this here on this page, you get the memory and more. So you get the photo album, your page protector, you get your cards, you get cards and envelope. At the bottom, that's where you get your envelopes, your regular envelopes and note cards. So your regular envelopes, it's right here. This is your craft with your box. This is your regular envelope. You get vanilla, basic, white, and clear. And this is your note card and envelopes. Okay, so that's another page I'm going to use often. Now the next one, it's 136 to 137, 136, 137. Again, number 4, you're going to align it right at the bottom. And that it's miscellaneous, embossing, special ink, and brush. So it's kind of a Mod Podge here. You get your special ink like the StazOn, the Memento ink, Versamark, the white, and then you get the Wink of Stella. I think, yeah, the Wink of Stella. You get your blending pen here. So you get a little bit of everything. But one thing I want to bring your attention with the all the colors. So that was where was the color collection right here. You get your stamping blends, right? The combo blends. Well, where are the neutral one? They're not with the basic and that. It is right here. They're right here on page 136. So it's a little bit of like what they didn't know where to put it. It's all here. You get your embossing powder here. You get your embossing tool over here. So it's right there. So we were at number 4. So number 4, I just go above the oops, the 4th label on, you know, when you go just above the page there, line that up there, and then flip this and in the back. Now we're going to start at the top. That's where I'm going to have 2 on the same page also. But again, you make the choice. Maybe you want to add your tab on this one for adhesive. For me, Now I'm starting back fresh at the top because I get, when you're at the bottom, you start back at the top. So 1 and 2, you put your silicone mat here, 3 and 4 at the bottom. I'm going to put my adhesive here and see, I start at this line, and the reason it's because all the other one, I don't want to cover this here. Well, that you barely see it, but that's the main reason, okay? I'm going to put my arrow on this one also, see? And the reason why I put an arrow, that tell me when I turn to this page, really the adhesive, it's not here. It's the page just right there, okay? So last year I was saying which page, and I had put maybe some arrow to look in the back. So many get confused and so many question. And like my friends say, it's more than one way to skin a cat. So this time I say you put it wherever you would like. And like for me, that's going to push it there. Now, my second tab on this page, it's going to be the embellishment. And I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. So you're going to say, well, that is kind of screwy, two on the same page. Not really, my friend. It's not, it's okay. Because let's say, oops, let's say I want to go to the embellishment. I go here, up, find the embellishment. I just flip it, boom. I want it to go to the adhesive. I look up, here it is, flip it, boom. See, it worked perfectly. So you can have more than one. So now you're going to keep on going like this throughout. So now I'm done 1, 2, 3, 4, going to go here. And then the next one would be at page 143. Start the ribbon. I put right there. Et voila. So now you just keep on going. I'm going to tell you what's are the other label. Number 3 going to be right here. And I'm going to give you a little few more tips here. So now we get the Terrific tool. That's going to be on page 145. So on page 145, and one thing I want to tell you too, when you put your labels, you see I get one wrong at the beginning there. You want to make sure you don't have two sheets because they're going to be stuck together, right, the front and the back, because the catalog is very thin on the paper. So you want to make sure to flip the page correctly. Now, for the Terrific tool on page 145, that's where you're going to have like the Simply Score, you're going to have the pick tool, the paper cutter, the bone folder, scissors, right here. Now, the next one, it's the punch. I didn't separate the punch from the punch or the bundle because at the beginning, it's going to be the bundle, then go back. Go to the regular punch. Same thing with the die. So I just put one tab. So it start on page 147 for the punch, going to 149. See? Now the next one, it's the Andy Helper plus the blog. So this here, it's what you really need, like for the stamping part itself, really. Like the grid paper, it's Andy. The silicone, not the silicone mat, but the chamois to clean, or you get the scrubber, you get your foam pad, you get the masking paper and the blocks and the cleaner. Now, talking about the basic, I was going some, oh, the silicone sheet, that's going to be with the adhesive, I'm pretty sure. Yes, because that's what it's for when you adhere stuff. So it's right here. And this here, it maybe some of you going to look in the embossing section. That's the Eaton stick that you emboss also. So sometimes we have to look a little bit, to find some stuff. It's hard to tell where should we put it, right? Okay, so then the next one, it's the die cut and accessory. I got a tab just for this one, and that is for the machine. And then your plate, your adhesive sheet, they're over here. They're not with the adhesive. Maybe they put it also with the adhesive. And number 6, yes. So you get the adhesive sheet on both of the same page. So that's good. You got it with the adhesive and you get it here. Awesome. That is perfectly. So we got that. Now the the dies start on page 155 and it go all the way to 167. We get 12 page. it's unbelievable. I was like, oh my goodness, we get a lot of dies. So again, you're going to start with the bundles after, and it's alphabetical order. After you're done with the bundles, then see it start a new page that it's the die. I didn't separate them, okay? I put it all under one. I thought it was easier. But these one here start back alphabetical, okay? You're going to go all the way to 167, and then you get the embossing folder, and there was 2 page. Now the next one, it's page 172, and that I'm going to go with the catalog. I got finished my labels. It's going to be easier to show you. So 172, it's the stamping rewards. Again, you see my arrow, that means it's the page to the left here. Okay, when you see the arrow, that's the way I done it. Again, maybe you want to put your label on this page, because me, I turn this way and keep my tab on the right. That's the main reason why. Now you get the accessory index. Even with the tab, maybe this can help you. You get like for scrapbook punches, the tool storage, and so on. It's right here. Now this one, though, page 174, 175, I think it's one we use a lot. It is the index of the stamp set. So that wrap it up in a shell. So you got, so if you print like I did, you're going to have 5 extra label, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can add more section if you want, or if you don't want all the section, like the paper pumpkin, maybe you don't want that. So if you skip that, then you're going to go the next one over there. So that's the main reason why this year I didn't put a list, because in the pad I put a list, this go on this page, this page, this page, and it would be a number 1 and number 2 and number 3 and number 4 for the tab, right? Well, if you want to remove one, that would all mess up everything. So you just, let's say you do the content here, the suite. Then let's say you skip paper pumpkin, then all occasion you would put it there. Now, I think in this video I forgot to tell you I use some color coordination like what they get here, and some of it too I put like the color collection. Some of it that I use a lot I put different color. I strongly recommend, if you want to add some color to your tab, use the stamping blend. And the main reason for stamping blend, and you want to color it on this paper before you attach it to your catalog. I use the stamping blend because it's very permanent, and not only that, but it's ink. The ink, it's alcohol ink. So even if I get like my sweaty hand, or I get water on my hand, if I grab my tab, it will not fade, or not really fade, but have that watermark and wash on my hand. You know, sometimes you grab something with ink, you get the ink on your finger. Well, the stamping blend will not do that. If you use the regular marker, it's a good chance that you can have ink on your fingers if your hand are wet a bit, sweaty, or not just sweaty. Sometimes it's just our hand got kind of a damp feeling, because that it's water based. So that's one of the main reason. So again, one of the great tools you want, it is your silicone sheet. You know where you find that. You're going to find that on page 172 with the adhesive thing. I think it's 172. No, 138. I was way off. 138. 138, your adhesive, your silicone sheet, it's right there. And then if you get a marker to put your lines, so, and it's half-inch in between, that make it so easy to do your label, and they're all equally. If you don't have a demonstrator and would like a catalog, please contact me. I'm going to make arrangement for you to get a catalog. If you do have a demonstrator that you shop with, please contact her. So the first catalog I will charge for shipping, and after that, all my customer, and I send my catalog, I back up 6 months. If you did a purchase with me in the past 6 months, when I place the order for the catalog, you're automatically in. If not, then I charge for the shipping to mail the catalog, not the catalog, but the shipping. And then if you shop with me, then you will get a free catalog. Thank you so much. Until next time, happy stamping. And right below, you get the direct link to have the free printout of the catalog labels. Bye bye for now.